Feels great. Really early in the morning, brisk, the elements in the water, breathing in that oxygen. My topic, self-activation. Self-activation is the solution to any and every problem. Any that we have personally, collectively, earthwise. Yes. And what we'll tend to be doing is always looking for solutions on the outside. And I think it was Buckminster Fuller. I had the opportunity to get to spend a little time with this wonderful soul and this person. And he said, you can't solve a problem from the same model or what would you say it? Problem solving that comes from the thing that creates problems in that sense. It's like it's like people trying to get somewhere, but yet they've got a big chain in the back holding them back, stopping them, and these are really all mind. You know, the first Hermetic axiom, which is very interesting, Hermes Thoth, which is truth, and setting up, in a sense, how this system operates, or actually observing it, or perhaps creating it as a virtual reality. And the first one, axiom, is all is mind. So it's also saying this is a mental creation. So if it was a game, this is a mental game. So if it is a reality, a construct, it's a mental construct. And that's why in John 1:1 it says, in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. But it says in the beginning, that had nothing to do with us. We have no beginning, middle, or end. We're eternal beings. We are existence itself. So give up this stupid fear of death and dying, and I'm going to lose all my stuff, I'm going to lose all my people, I'm going to lose everything I've worked for. Well, that's the problem. When you've worked only for material gain, 5 cents gratification, without acknowledging and recognizing who you really are. And that's that when we recognize who we are, we activate the self. And in the Vedas, the Puranas that I like, the great teachings of ancient wisdom, is that as divine beings, and you can't even use the word divine because also can mean divide, see, or part of the vine, not of the vine, because it's divine, so not a vine. And these are words, these are sounds, these are symbols, and we're trying at some level to bring forth ourselves to activate who we really are and be who we really are, without any falsity, without any, what would you say, creating ourselves to be a certain way. You can't don't reinvent yourself, because what does that mean? Your first self was invented. That's not who you are. This is that false identity. And what we're activating is not self. We're activating some movie in this mental reality. So since that is the way it is, you have to look at what does mental mean for you. It means mind, and the word even meant, if you have the words government, govern is control, and the word meant means mind. That's just what it means. So most people don't really look into the etymology of the words that they're speaking, and they're spell casting on themselves through spelling, through sounds, because this is also, as a mental universe, that thought in the mind creates, in a sense, an electrical impulse. So then you'll see scientists say it's an electrical universe. Well, that's an effect. It's not the source. So when you say in the beginning was the Word, there was someone who created that made a beginning, because the beginning, middle, and end is always a creation. That's fine. But what happens is when we're deactivated, depowered, unless you know how you've been deactivated and depowered, and unless you know and realize who you really are and what you're part of, and that, so therefore what's possible for you is completely beyond the capability of this mind to even know or realize. Because who you are is not a mental being. You are another word we're going to use is godlike or goddess-like. I like God, goddess-like, goddess, godlike, or at least that. And that, like the seventh Hermetic axiom is all is gender, because you see male and female everywhere. Well, what you have to get is any false reality, any AI has to be to copy things, has to make up things from what it has learned or no. There is no original concept there, because concepts aren't original. They're repetitive. Okay, so anyway, self-activation is to activate yourself when you know who you are, and then you cognize and realize and witness what's going on, and you're in tune with your true self, because you are in that continual process of being fully conscious as the now, and there's no programming operating when you're in the now. You're beyond all of it. It is not it. When you talk about an it, that's a machine. You're a who. You're not a what. Feel the wind, the elements, calm forth, to blow away. These are the winds of change. To blow away what we don't want. Let it rip. Let all of it go. Be in the now. Let all of the programming go. All of it. The baseline, you're not good enough. That's a lie. There isn't. You're transcendental. You're absolute goodness.